From Keene in the Shire, the Liberty Media capital of the world, this is Daryl W. Perry, host of FPP Radio News for Sunday, April 2nd, 2017. Silver is trading at $18.26 per ounce. Gold is valued at $1,249 per ounce. Bitcoin is trading at 1.6 cents, and the average price of Bitcoin is $1,078. Antiwar.com reports UN officials were upbeat about the most recent round of Syrian peace talks in Geneva, as despite a lot of arguing from both sides, there were some actual talks on substance and details, which is something that has been in short supply in previous meetings, which mostly focused on procedures. At the same time, UN officials say that the real peace talks have not yet really begun, and that a lot of the efforts right now are just laying the groundwork for what will be a more serious future effort to try to resolve the protracted Syrian war. UN Special Envoy Stefan de Mistura said it was still too early to expect a breakthrough in the talks, but said the fact that no one stormed out of the most recent round of talks was extremely encouraging despite serious challenges that yet remain. Both the Syrian government and the rebels complained that they believe the other side doesn't want to reach a settlement, with the rebels saying there was no dealing with the government and government officials saying the rebels unrealistically expected them to just hand over power to them. The U.S. may have given some support to progress on a settlement, saying that the future of President Assad is up to the Syrian people. This is not sitting well with the rebels, however, who have long maintained that Assad could never have any future position, irrespective of the voters' wishes. For nearly 40 years, Roberts & Roberts Brokerage has been a trusted source for buying and selling precious metals like gold and silver. They also take Bitcoin for precious metal purchases and have permanently removed the minimum purchase amount for all orders paid in the digital currency. Call Roberts & Roberts today for knowledgeable advice on buying and selling precious metals and a forward-thinking approach to new technologies. 800-874-9760 or visit online at rrbi.co. UPI reports New York City Mayor Bill de Blasio vowed on Friday to close the Rikers Island jail complex. Speaking at City Hall, de Blasio promised to work towards closing the island complex as an independent commission prepared to release a 97-page report recommending a $10.6 billion plan to replace Rikers with a series of smaller jails based in New York City's 5 boroughs. De Blasio presented a timeline of 10 years to reduce the city's jail population to 5,000 in order to allow for a complete departure of all inmates from Rikers Island that would facilitate the closure. He said it will take many years, it will take many tough decisions along the way, but it will happen. The mayor did not acknowledge the recommendation made by the commission, nor did he provide specific details on where any new jail facilities in the city would be located. De Blasio, who is running for re-election this year, had previously said closing Rikers was a noble concept, but did not endorse the idea to its high cost and lack of a viable replacement. Falling crime rates and efforts for bail reform eventually convinced de Blasio a plan to replace Rikers was possible, prompting his change in stance. De Blasio said, "A year ago, we didn't think it could be done. It would be irresponsible for me to say we had a plan if we didn't have a real plan. We now have a real plan." Born into a devastating world and raised among the crowd, the Cloudwalker assumes a new identity and begins the unrelenting quest for truth. In this epic journey, he discovers dark secrets about aspects of his previous life that he once trusted. Through the journal of the Cloudwalker, he shares both the traumatic hardships and the eternal beauties of his experiences. Fueled in the beginning by his unsettling thoughts and emotions, he learns how to find peace with everything he has woken up to. Dear Society by the Cloudwalker is available from Amazon.com and all major bookstores. Reuters reports a 13-year-old boy was killed and 12 people were taken to hospitals for treatment due to a carbon monoxide leak in a Michigan motel on Saturday, according to police and hospital officials. 6 of those taken to hospitals for treatment were children between the ages of 12 and 14, according to police. Emergency officials received reports that 6 children were unresponsive in the pool area of the motel in the southwest Michigan town of Niles. Police said a 7th child who had just been in the pool area was found nearby. The Niles Police Department said in a statement a check of carbon monoxide levels by the fire department identified elevated levels in the pool area and even higher levels in the pool maintenance room. The statement added that the motel was closed for business after being evacuated. You can support FPP Radio by shopping online. Whether you're looking for precious metals or books, you'll find that and more at shop.fppradio.com. Every purchase you make from one of my affiliates at shop.fppradio.com helps fund FPP Radio. That's shop.fppradio.com. This has been FPP Radio News, online at fppradio.com.